What's up you guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my piercings. Wow. I've been obsessed with piercings since like November of 2018 when I got my newest ones, and I have not been able to get enough of them. As of right now I have 7. I have 4 on this ear and 3 on this ear, and I really want more but I can't decide what other ones I want. So if you guys have any ideas of what might be a nice addition to my piercing collection, then let me know. I thought it would be helpful for me to make this video for you guys in case you want to get some new piercings and you just want an idea of like what the experience is like, because when I was getting my piercings I was watching like videos and stuff of other people and it kind of helped a bit. So yeah, I'm just here to share my experience. So we're just gonna get started and go in chronological order. I have my little notebook here of some things I want to talk about, so let's just get into it. So like most people, I got my lobes pierced first. I got these done when I was like maybe like 11 or 12 or something like that. And I also got them pierced with a gun, which now I know is bad and you should not get your ears pierced with a gun. Don't do it. I don't have too much to say about these piercings because I feel like most people have it, so we're just gonna move on to the next one. So the first piercing I got that wasn't my lobes was my top helix piercing up here. So I got this one done for my 17th birthday. I got it in like September of 2017, and then a few months later in like May of 2018 I got the one right underneath it done. So I got both of those piercings done in my hometown and they both cost $50 each, which included the jewelry. So I spent $100 on just these 2 piercings. So for pain, for me personally, I think I have a bit of a higher pain tolerance. It feels weird saying it, but I honestly don't really mind the pain of piercings. But these 2 piercings definitely didn't hurt that much. Even though it's a literal needle like going through your ear, it doesn't really feel like that. It just kind of feels like someone's just like trying to push a pencil on it. But for me, it didn't really feel like it was actually puncturing it, if that makes sense. Like the only way I can describe the feeling is just getting like a, you know, like a number 2 pencil and someone's just like pressing it on your ear, but it's like not sharp, it's just like a dull pencil, and then they just like kind of like hit it, and then that's basically it. That's how it felt for me, even though that situation has never happened to me, but I think in theory that's like kind of how it would feel maybe. So yeah, it didn't really hurt that much, but for all the piercings I got that were in my cartilage area, it did bleed quite a bit the one I got them pierced, but that probably doesn't happen for everyone. Like when I got my other piercings pierced with my friends, theirs didn't bleed that much, so it's probably just me. So the piercing itself wasn't that bad, but the healing process was a little bit annoying. I couldn't sleep on those 2 helix piercings for around a month after I got them done, which is kind of annoying because I'm a side sleeper, so I only slept on one side of my head for like a month, which is just annoying, but whatever. But after about a month it was like pretty much done hurting and I could sleep on it perfectly fine. Also I got the top one pierced with a ring and the bottom one pierced with a stud, and I know now that you're supposed to get it pierced with a stud because it's better for healing apparently. The piercer that I went to in my hometown let me pierce them with a ring, but the one I went to when I went away for school, they said that I couldn't. So I guess it just depends on your piercer, but personally I would get them done with a stud because I do think it heals faster with it. Funny story though about the one that I got pierced with a ring. I went to the hairdresser to get my hair cut and the guy was like combing my hair, and then I got caught in the ring, and it was one of those like captive ball rings, so he like pulled on it and the bead like popped off and it like pulled on my ear and it hurts so bad. Thankfully it didn't like rip my ear or anything because like the bead just popped off, but it just really hurt. So I guess that's another thing to keep in mind, so be careful when you go to the hairdresser. And finally, when I was healing these ones, I didn't clean them with like a salt or saline solution. I cleaned them with this like, I forget, I'll put the name of the solution on the screen, but it's like more of like a chemical one, which is apparently a bit too strong for your ear, which may have also made my healing time a little bit longer than it should have been. So yeah, there's that. So after I got those 2 piercings, I wanted more, but I didn't really know what to get. And then when I went away for school, there was this piercing place that had a deal, which was buy 1 piercing, get 1 free or something like that. Like it was actually crazy. So I got my 3rd helix piercing, my tragus, and my conch all done at the same time. You also could mix and match with other people. So I got 3 piercings, my friend Hannah got 3 piercings, and my other friend Kalena got 2, I think. For me, it was like $75 total because I think it's $50 per piercing, so then I just pay $25 for each if you like even everything out. So that's a pretty good deal, and that's including jewelry too. So I'm just gonna go in the order that I got them pierced in that day. So I first started with my tragus. This one also didn't really hurt that bad. I honestly don't even remember feeling it. I just remember her being like, okay, I'm done, and I was like, oh, what? And that was the same thing with my conch too. Those two piercings didn't really hurt that bad. They were bleeding quite a bit after, which was kind of annoying, but it was pretty good, and yeah, it wasn't really painful at all. If I could compare it to my helix piercings, I would say they hurt less, but it might have been because I was already like used to getting piercings, and they both healed pretty quickly too. They both took less than a month for them to heal, but my third helix piercing was like the opposite. That one hurt so bad, and I think it's because I had already gotten 2 piercings like literally like 5 minutes earlier. My body was like, stop getting piercings. So that one did hurt quite a bit, and it also took forever to heal. I'm guessing it's because it's like right on the outside of my ear, so a lot of time like my hair would touch it, or my hand would touch it by accident, or like my shirts when I was like taking them off and putting them on or whatever, and my sweaters and jackets and all that, because it's just like right on the outside, so it's really easy to hit. And I think it made it take a super long time for it to heal. I could sleep on these two after like 2 weeks, but this one I couldn't sleep on it for like months, like 2 months. I'm gonna talk quickly about downsizing. I decided to downsize this piercing a few weeks ago now actually, and I got a post length that was too short, so it was like squeezing my ear, and that did not help with the healing. I think it was basically completely healed, but then I just messed it up by getting a shorter post length, and now it's like kind of still puffy, because when I had the shorter post length, like the earring was like almost going into my ear, and I kept it in for way too long because I was like, no, it's fine, I'll just leave it. But I should have taken it out sooner. And now I think my ear needs to like re-heal again a little bit. I also downsized these 2 earrings a few weeks ago, and I waited too long to do those because now they're a little bit like angled, like just slightly, like they're not as like straight as they used to be, just because I had a super long post and I was like sleeping on it and I was like bending it. But to be honest, I don't think it really makes that much of a difference, and I think it looks fine, so I don't know, I don't really care. So my experience with getting these 3 piercings was pretty good. My piercer was good. I don't know, I had a good experience with it, and I cleaned all of them with a saline solution, so like I did a saltwater soak, and I found that to be pretty good. I also got them all pierced with studs because my piercer, like I said before, didn't pierce with hoops. And I'm glad I did it. I really wanted to get my conch done with a stud, with a ring, but I had to wait, and I'm glad I did because I think it healed a lot better with the stud in. And I changed it after 6 months, and it's doing very well. So that is everything about my piercings. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it, and I'll try my best to answer them. Just leave me a comment down below. That's all for this random piercing video, I guess. Also, please let me know if you have any piercing ideas that I should get, because I want more, but I don't know what to get. And that's all for this video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.